Tonight, see how Troy students continue to celebrate Black History Month.
Plus, students are preparing to meet future employers. Stay tuned. Trojan Vision Nightly News starts now.
From the worldwide campuses of Troy University, this is Troy Trojan Vision Nightly News.
Hello and welcome to Trojan Vision Nightly News for February 15th, 2011. I'm Courtney Steele.
And I am Rachel Ellis. Thank you for joining us this evening. All this month, Troy University is bringing a number of experts on different areas of Black history to speak on campus. This afternoon, students had the chance to speak one-on-one with the most recent guest speaker, historian Danielle McGuire. Jamarlo Phillips has the story.
101 Elite Men is an organization geared specifically for African American men. 101 Elite, or Excellent Leaders in Tomorrow's Endeavors, first started in 2009 and has since then continued to pick up interest.
We're a group developed to
Tuesday afternoon, author and civil rights activist Danielle McGuire took time out of her busy schedule to come and speak to students and faculty members of Troy University about the civil rights movement.
I came to Troy University to talk to students about this history, to introduce them to some people that they already know. Rosa Parks, who they may not have known. She was a radical activist and a militant and a detective for women and an anti-rape activist long before the women's movement. And to introduce new women like Reese Taylor and Gertrude Perkins and Betty Jean Owens, women whose brutal assaults helped spark civil rights campaigns throughout the South.
Author Danielle McGuire not only discussed the civil rights movement, but introduced her new book titled At the Dark End of the Street.
My book is about Black women's long struggle for dignity and bodily integrity and respect throughout Jim Crow. And it's about how from slavery through the better part of the 20th century, white men abducted and assaulted Black women with impunity, and Black women spoke out against these assaults, and their testimonies launched civil rights campaigns in places like Montgomery and Selma and Mississippi and in Florida and North Carolina and all over the South. And it's a new history of the civil rights movement that puts women at the center and women's issues at the center.
Some of those in attendance tell us why they came out to this event.
because I'm a history major. I'm interested and I study African American history, and this book is a groundbreaking deal with memory in African American history, especially during the civil rights.
Well, the whole thing was fantastic. Dr. Danielle McGuire came down to talk about her new book on the civil rights movement in Montgomery. We had two events here, and generously sponsored by the Alabama Humanities Foundation. So we came to hear her talk about that and learn a little bit more about Rosa Parks and the civil rights movement.
Jamarlo Phillips, Troy Trojan Vision News.
Today's visit was the second of two lectures McGuire gave. Last night she spoke on Troy University's Montgomery campus.
In honor of Black History Month, Trojan Vision is spotlighting traditionally African American organizations on campus. Today we will learn about a relatively new organization to campus, 101 Elite Men. Bailey Majors has more.
101 Elite Men is an organization geared specifically for African American men. 101 Elite, or Excellent Leaders in Tomorrow's Endeavors, first started in 2009 and has since then continued to pick up interest.
We're a group developed to, empower African American men on this campus and show our attributes rather than our downfalls. It's important to me because, I get to show what I can do and we get to show what we can do, and not, besides partying and everything else, that we can be businesslike and carry out, things just like any other organization.
We feel like it's our duty to not only be the forerunners, but also set the example.
101 Elite Men is a non-profitable organization that caters to the development and success for African American men within the community.
Producing more leaders in our campus is it's actually showing that not everybody on our campus are what the stereotype of African American male are. These guys are, like I said, leaders. They're leaders in other organizations besides 101 Elite, dedicated to the schoolwork, and they care about our university.
The group was started by students and take in 10 members each year. 101 Elite Men hope to continue not only to stay involved in campus, but also reach out beyond Troy University.
The thing what we want to do is we want to change the outlook of the African American male on campus, and not just on campus, but within the community. And also, we want to hopefully one day it's our vision to actually continue this process on other campuses.
Bailey Majors, Troy Trojan Vision News.
Later this week, we will spotlight Troy's chapter of the National Association for Black Journalists.
Troy University Spring Career Fair is next Wednesday, and this week the Office of Career Services is trying to get students ready to meet their potential future employers. All this week, Career Services will hold a series of workshops teaching resume building techniques and career fair etiquette. Coordinator of Career Services Josh Wooden says the workshops will hopefully keep students from making some of the typical career fair faux pas.
Is to kind of prepare students for that. If they don't know what to do on the career fair, then that's what we have those set up for. Because one of the big no-nos for the career fair is to walk up to an employer's table and ask, "What do you do?" There's a little bit more of a method to it than that, and it's a good opportunity to network with employers and to get your name out there, to know that you're looking for work, as well as being a competitive candidate for the job market.
Workshops on fair etiquette will be held tomorrow and Thursday in Trojan Center, room 224. The Spring Career Fair will be next Wednesday from 9 to 1 in the Trojan Center ballrooms.
And now taking a look at news from around the state. A 61-year-old man has been charged with murder following a traffic accident in Conecuh County that killed a child. Alabama State Troopers said 10-year-old Dawson Kirksey was in the backseat of a 2007 Pontiac that was stopped by a flagman because of paving on Conecuh County Road 42 yesterday morning. The car was struck from behind by a 2008 Dodge Ram driven by Calvin Fluker.
And next in state news, a 27-year-old man pleaded guilty in Birmingham to 5 murders, including a contract killing, and was sentenced to life in prison. Martez Say pleaded guilty on Monday, and Jefferson County Circuit Judge Tommy Nail sentenced him to life in prison without the possibility of parole in one of the killings and life in prison with the possibility of parole in the others.
And last in state news, President Barack Obama's proposed federal budget would terminate a program that gives Children's Hospital in Birmingham about $5.5 million annually for training pediatricians. The hospital CEO says it would require a significant program restructuring.